Hello, my beautiful people. So, I know that my content I've been slacking on. Bear with me because I'm almost done with school. And once I'm done with school, a lot of things are going to be revamped. I'm going to be doing some more projects, starting some new projects, I should say, and it's just gonna be all around better. Like the Facebook community, the Discord, or sorry, not Discord. We're on Gilded. We have a server on Gilded. If you didn't know, now you know. The links for all of these things are right down below. I always keep all my links in one place, really easy to find. So if you want to join any of our communities, we have plenty of them. Um, hmm, it's going to be a vibe today. We're going to talk about something controversial. It's not really that controversial. I think the concepts and ideas behind it are what's controversial, but people are controversial regardless of what's controversial or not. Wow, that was a lot to say. But it's the truth. Everyone has their own point of view on things, but I am going to burst a lot of bubbles today and probably trigger a few people, but it's okay because it's not going to be that big of a deal, probably, hopefully. I don't know. Anyway, so if you're wondering why all these cards flew on the floor, it's because I'm about to pick them up, unfortunately. Um, without bumping into anything. So, yes, I like to do like a. I usually, well, I started off doing like a 3 card pull, but ooh, girl. We're just gonna go with the vibe. Anything. I got 2 card decks here. First off, I'm using my Astro card deck. So this is my Oracle deck. I just started recently getting more into Oracle decks. And then I have my basic Golden Dawn deck. So not that basic. It's pretty intense. Just kidding. No, but oh gosh, this is going to clear up a lot of things. I know that I talk about a lot of these topics and I try to reiterate some things, but you learn new things every day, and so do I. I'm a human, I guess, or a starseed, whatever you want to qualify me as or label me as. I'm all things and everything and nothing all at the same time. Yeah, I'm sorry. I got weird on you. But no, seriously, trusting your intuition can be a difficult journey. And, no matter how much shadow work you've really done, how much intuitive work you've done, how much psychic work that you've done, like tapped into your own abilities, like these things can be difficult. We have emotions, and I think this is what's really here to lay some groundwork on today's video is emotions. Emotions are the key to understanding your intuition. What do I mean by that? Well, I'll tell you. But first off, let's just talk about these cards that I've been holding for quite a few minutes now. Okay, so this is something that really comes up very strongly in relationships, whether they be friendships or romantic. Like your relationships are going to kind of like challenge your intuition on like a whole new level. Like a lot of us have these like expectations for relationships and how things are meant to be or how they're supposed to be, how intricate we want our life to be. It boils down to a lot of our relationships, like whether they again be romantic or platonic friendships. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't really matter. Like we have these expectations, and that's why so many of us wear so many strong boundaries, because we've been triggered by people or hurt by people, and abused, neglected. We've dealt with narcissists, and we've been a narcissist ourselves. Let's be real. So it's really important to understand like this balance between intuition and emotions, because yes, your emotions are valid, but a lot of times like we can really let ourselves be guided by our own emotions, like whether that be wanting or going for something just based off of our emotions because it feels right, because we feel like we're in love, which, you know what? I'm telling you right now, I know that this is probably going to hurt a lot of people's feelings. It's not the best idea to base things like that off of emotions. It just isn't, because if you let emotions drive you, first off, that's not your intuition. I know that that may sound fishy, but it's just not. It's not your intuition. Your intuition is so much deeper than emotion-based feelings. Knowing that something is right is different from how you feel about somebody. I know that that may seem complicated, and it is complicated. So that's my point. This is why I'm making this video, because these things are complicated. But, they can, if you lay down the groundwork of understanding what intuition is and what signs are, then you can understand how to trust yourself better. Because I'm not saying that you shouldn't trust your emotions. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying that sometimes we can feel a lot about somebody and they not be the right person for us. I know. But that's what we're here to clear up. We're here to clear up all of this confusion. So, don't base your actions off of, or don't base your relationships off of emotions. Like, be intuitive, be logical, but also be free about that logic, which, that's a whole nother line of complications. But like there's balance. There's balance in everything and anything. That's my point I'm making here on this entire channel. Like, I'm here to help you find balance. That's why my name is Spirit Chill. We're chilling out and we're trying to figure out things together. Trust me, because I don't got it all figured out either. But, I'm here for you. So, immersing yourself in this intuitive guidance is also very, very important, because, like, if you don't actually act on something too at the same time, you could be missing out on a lot. Like, just because you're afraid, if you base things off of fear at the same time, I told you, like, don't base things off of emotions, but fear is an emotion too, bro. Like, babe, fear is an emotion too. Love is an emotion, fear is an emotion. These things go hand in hand. They're messy to deal with, I promise you, but it's not as scary as it sounds. It's only as scary as you make it out to be. A lot of us fear challenge, fear relationships, fear communication with our partner, or our, to be partner, whatever. Like, we need to immerse ourselves and just take chances, take risk. I mean, not complete disregarded risk. But at the same time, like, you still have to do things in order to, like, challenge yourself. And sometimes the universe isn't going to give you all the signs that you want unless you ask it to. If you ask it to, it's usually going to deliver. Like, I don't really see a reason why it wouldn't deliver. I always try to get as much readings as possible, because sometimes I let my readings be guided by my emotions, and so I'll have, like, this biased view of these cards. But unless I'm, like, on TikTok, I know I'm cringy. I like to use TikTok, but I really just use it for tarot readings and spiritual stuff. My algorithms are pretty clean on there. The point being is, I try to get multiple tarot readings on a specific topic, and, like, I give it time, and I let the universe send me these messages in a specific order, and then I ask for clarity. And even when I'm still like, I don't know, I still ask for more signs, and the more clarity, the better. Eventually, it becomes a little too much. No, I'm just kidding. You're never too much, babe. No, but seriously, like, immersing yourself in this is going to help you understand your intuition more clearly too, because when you start acting off of your intuition versus your emotions, then you can actually be guided to much better things. Like, you could ask the universe for guidance, and if you act on the guidance that you're receiving, they go hand in hand, like, then you can bring yourself into better situations, and you can act on signs from the universe. Like, butterflies are signs. Sometimes you'll be thinking about a specific topic, and, like, a butterfly will pass you by, and you're like, this seems like there seems to be a secret message here, and there usually is. And that's my point of, like, asking the universe for multiple signs. Like, put it down in a journal, write it down, and ask the universe, like, put this, like, short paragraph or this long paragraph or a whole short series, I don't know, just put it together on a piece of paper and ask the universe for guidance based off these emotions, these feelings, and these thoughts and ideas, and then it will happen. You just have to ask the universe, and then you can receive. I know, crazy, huh? Again, going right back to acting on these things, these ideas. So, like, if you're asking for guidance, but you're not actually immersing yourself in acting on this guidance, then well, first of all, it's gonna be pretty pointless. I'm just saying. It's not gonna bring you like the clarity that you're really wanting. It's just gonna frustrate you further because you're like, oh, I wanted guidance, but then I got frustrated because it's not the answer I wanted to receive, or it's I don't know. But you can grow into your intuition. And even if you're wrong about your intuition sometimes, bro, sometimes that's okay. Sometimes we're, again, supposed to be surprised by the universe, and not everything is going to be that clear. And not everything is supposed to be that clear. And if your expectations are for everything to just be handed towards you mentally, then I promise you it's not going to be the type of energy you're really wanting or expecting to receive. It's just not. It's going to be really chaotic. You can grow like this really strong spiritual ego, and it's there's demons attached to it. I don't really feel that strongly about like demonic presence, but there is this demonic presence within each of us that we ourselves are opening ourselves up to. So it's really more of like a head thing for me personally. I don't believe there are like entities in this room. Who knows, to be honest, because I don't know. But my point is, let me pick up these cards really quick. Okay. What do we got here? Oh yes, yes. And you can be guided into these better relationships, like love wise and just friendship wise, where you yourself are the master manifester, the Queen of Pentacles, strong inner intuition. You see this too? Do you see this? That and that? Yes, the goat head. Very important because it's very representative of your intuition. She doesn't even have to think about her intuition. She just is like, "Yep, I know something and I know it. I just know it. That's all that matters." And so, okay, so mastering your intuition can be a tricky place, but once you actually master it, then it's like you don't even have to think about it twice. You don't ever have to think about it again in your entire life, for the most part. And it just becomes natural. It just becomes like what is it? A fifth sense? Is that? I was thinking Mean Girls. Sorry, a sixth sense. Nobody got my joke. It's okay. Um, so like you really have to understand that like just let yourself practice your intuition. Practice makes perfect, whether it be rituals, witchcraft, work, homework, schoolwork, whatever it is. Like practice makes perfect. So just allow yourself the mistakes. You're okay to make mistakes. I know that sometimes our mistakes can lead us down these paths we don't want to be on, but if it's really that harsh, if it's really going to be that bad, the universe isn't going to just push you through something just to test your intuition. It doesn't work that way. It's going to probably put you in some situationships with some people that are like not who you thought they were, but it's okay because we're okay to make mistakes. Like, it's not going to be the end of the world, and we'll just like at the end of the day it's just gonna be like, oh man, I had this gut feeling and I didn't trust it, and here we are. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. It really isn't. I promise you. It's not as bad as it sounds. It's gonna suck emotionally, probably. I'll be real with you, but at the same time, it's not gonna be the end of the world. You're gonna grow from it. You're gonna learn better for the next time, hopefully. Um, you know what I mean? So, like, allow yourself these relationships to come through because, like, the masculine is also very, very in tune with his own inner guidance. It's not more of like the feminine spiritual intuition based. He has his own sense of intuition, but it's based more on logic. It's based more on thoughts and perception and action based alignment too, because a lot of the sword bearing attributes is really about protection, divine protection. So doing his like divine job, divine duty, divine masculinity. That can be like, I don't know, a lot of people will be like, oh well, putting these expectations on our masculines. No, they put that expectation on themselves, and it's a part of who they are. They are the guider, they are the protector, they help guide society into a better way of like thinking and creation, invention, in innovative action, babe. Like, this is just something that they are. And it's okay because that's just what they are. Like, let them be them. Let them be the protector. Let them be the guider because that's when they are going to flourish with their own soul. So, temperance is also very important. I'm going to hide the boobies here because I don't know about these algorithms lately. But, temperance is very important too because we're putting all of these things together. Like, yeah, we should still trust our emotions on like a real level, but like there's this balance between intuition, um emotions, and just like it helps with your self-love and trusting yourself again, because a lot of us we two a lot of us lose trust with ourselves because of the relationships that we have experienced and like been through. And this is where we get real here. Like, again, like basing everything off of emotions, like there's this realness with your emotions. I'm not saying that they're not valid, but at the same time, like we can be guided into abusive relationships because of our ideas of what love is. Because like somebody's like flourishing with or like showering us with a bunch of gifts, or love bombing us, or telling us all these things that we want to hear, and it gives us these butterflies. And I don't like the whole concept behind butterflies because there's a lot of anxiety for me and for a lot of people with butterflies. And if somebody makes you feel strange like emotionally, and you don't feel like really balanced and still logical and still self-loving, where your main focus is self, then you're going to feel like it's not going to be right. It's just going to be a lot more hectic. It's going to cause you to overthink, and it's usually not the natural way to approach things. And trusting the nature of things is much more intuitive, but at the same time you still want to have this sense of logic and protection of yourself. But these people, like a real divine masculine, will break down these layers. And I'm talking to my feminine ladies here just from my own experience. Like, they will like make you feel safe, they will make you feel balanced, they will make you feel charged, and that's when you can start letting go and trusting. But at the same time, like you still need to put yourself first. Like, no matter like how strongly you are connected with somebody, like it's always important to put yourself first. And I'm gonna be real and cheesy here. Like, and this goes for my masculines too. You gotta put yourself first. Like, you loving yourself first is creating a space for other people. When you love yourself first, you you're creating a space for other people to come into your life. So you have to have that trust and inner guidance. But okay, trusting the intuition is very important, because trusting your intuition will go along with like tarot reading, signs. You don't want to base everything off of tarot reading and signs. Like, there's this chaos within that too. I know it's complicated, but it's not that complicated. You'll gain skills in your intuition just by practicing. So just practice and be real and honest with yourself about your emotions, about your theories and logic and overthinking, and just like give yourself the freedom to learn. This is so important. Give yourself the freedom to learn and be wrong about things and situations. And but at the same time, learn to trust, because a lot of us, again, we lose a lot of our trust by being wronged by somebody, or and then we can lose our trust with our own intuition. And so again, we lose faith in ourselves that way. So it's really important to give yourself the freedom to make the mistakes you did in the past, and learn that you were, young and still learning, and you're still learning right now. I mean, I'm hoping that's why you're here. Like, so you give yourself that energy. Allow yourself to make mistakes, but, aim past the mistakes at the same time, too, obviously. Like, we don't want to repeat the same the same lessons over and over again. Oh god. But you know what I mean? Like, we have to give people the opportunity to make mistakes too, but we still got to have boundaries. We still got to be logical, and we still got to be like firm about the choices we make, because if we don't, then we're just going to let people walk all over us, and they're going to make decisions for us, and then we'll go and spiral back. Just I'm not kidding, but at the same time, it's not gonna be that intense. You'll just have a few step backs, a few setbacks, and it's not gonna be the end of the world. I promise you. It may seem like that at first, but we'll get over it. We'll get over it. We'll grow from it, and we'll recharge. We'll be single again. I'm just kidding. That one was actually a joke. But like we'll have that freedom again mentally and energetically. Like that is like the key point with your intuitive based learning. And I only use relationships because that is like the most confusing in intuition because of the emotions based around it. So, you can use your intuitive abilities to approach basically anything in life. School, a business, friendships, relationships, finding the right movie to watch one night. I know it seems silly, but you can really trust intuition to like guide you to the perfect movie to watch. I know. I've watched some really crazy movies that way, and I'm just saying, like, if you just learn to practice this stuff, then your life will become so more fulfilling, like energetically. It will be like a dream, but not a dream. It will be dream like, but at the same time, it'll be you. It'll be your energy. It will be real as. And, it's just gonna be much more pleasurable and satisfying. So just practice your intuitive abilities. I know maybe this is not like the most revealing as far as intuitive abilities, but again, like you really just got to practice these things because your intuition is going to be based off of your own life path journey. We all get signs different way, like the butterfly that just literally just passed me, or when I'm like looking at the clock at a certain numerology time, 222. I'm just saying, like we all have our own psychic abilities and they're all connected to what we experienced in past lives and in this present life. So it's going to open and flourish differently for different people. So that's just my main point here too. Like don't expect other people to teach you all of your intuitive abilities. That's going to be something that you're going to have to tap into and accept from the universe too. Like do some meditations to be like, "Hey, universe, I want to start practicing my abilities." This is shadow work, by the way. Like, I want to start practicing my intuitive abilities. I'm going to start meditating at certain times of the day. You don't have to do this completely ritualistically, but it will actually help you if you do. So just like be like steady and be consistent and just practice, 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 practice. And it will all become so much clearer. And don't expect everything to be revealed to you either, because again, like the universe doesn't work that way, first of all. And secondly, like it's gonna cause so much more chaos spiritually. If your expectations are to know everything, I promise you it's not gonna be the thing that you hope and wish for. I'm just going to end it with that. I love you guys. I hope today's video was at least somewhat revealing for you because this is your chance and opportunity to start trusting yourself again if you have not already. I love you and I believe in you and you should believe in yourself and love yourself too. Okay, bye.